Well, while the damage done by earthquakes can be tremendous, it pales in comparison to the damage done each year by something much less dramatic: shifts in our soil. Our Lisa Hines introduces us to a University of Oklahoma scientist who's been honored for her work in building a better foundation.
It's chunky, it's powdery, and everything in between. Oklahoma's soil is considered marginal, but don't take offense, according to University of Oklahoma's Amy Cerato.
A marginal soil is any soil that we can't build on without strengthening it or stabilizing it. Marginal soils are anything from expansive soils, which swell when it rains and shrink when it is very dry, or a loose soil that would wash away in a flood or a heavy rain. The expansive soils in Oklahoma are typically from the surface down to about 12 feet in what we call the active zone, where when the rainwater infiltrates, it can cause that top 12 feet to swell. And when we have a bad drought like we had in 2005, it can cause that soil to shrink and cause excessive cracking, where you could stick a tape measure down about 18 feet into the ground surface, where the soil is so spread apart that it would actually tear a building apart if you had built on that.
Now, the best thing to do is not build on our expansive soil. Unfortunately, that's not very practical.
We have to build on it as the population expands and we're running out of good building material. We really need to know how to build good foundations and know how to keep people safe. And that's why it's really important to understand how to build on these marginal soils, because that's what we are building on.
And that's where geotechnical engineering comes in.
Geotechnical engineering is the study of soil and rock and everything we build on, of, or through soil and rock.
Important because how you build makes a difference.
So you want to build on a firm foundation so you don't have any life loss or building loss or roadway loss.
Because in Oklahoma, shifting soil is just part of each passing season.
Well, Dr. Cerato and her colleagues conducted their own earthquake simulation for students at Whittier Middle School in Norman. The OU researcher visited the science discovery class to not only lecture about earthquakes, but to give the students a chance to try their hand at engineering design. Using materials straight out of the kitchen, students practiced their modifications using Jello for soil and beef jerky sticks for pilings, then tested stabilizing agents like marshmallows and peanut butter to see whose piles moved the least.